Welcome back to Workbench Wednesday. This week we are returning to one of our previous videos in which I showed you how to make a quick and easy base style which can be used for horde armies, so that way everything looks pretty decent on a solid base. So here we are using Armageddon Dust, which is a texture paint done by Citadel, and we're just applying it liberally to the base. Any excess can be returned to the pot. And now, as you can see, I've hit the sides, so I'm just going to take my finger and smear it off, so that way I don't have to return with sandpaper or a file or anything like that and take it off at the end. So now that that layer of the texture paint is dried, we're just going to quickly apply a wash of Agrax Earthshade. Once that Earthshade is dried, we are going to come back with our dry brush. Here we are using Karak Stone, which is the darker of the two pigments of beige that we will be using today. So I'm just using on my fingernail there to give you an idea of how much I'm working with. And I didn't like the amount, so I went back to the paper towel and wiped off a decent amount. Tested out on the handle again there to see what it was looking like, and it's looking good. So we're going to apply it in one direction over the base, pretty heavily, and then we're going to rotate our handle as we go, so that way we get it evenly distributed across the base. So now we're returning with our last of the two dry brushes, which is Ushabti Bone. This is the lighter of the two, and it's going to only be used to pick up the very tips of the texture. So I'm going to use a very relaxed grip, holding the brush from the very end pretty much, and just letting the paint do all the work. It's just going to go across the base very softly, and now it's picked up the sharpest points of the base. So in this next step, we're just going to be taking our Steel Legion Drab, but you can use whatever color you would like, and we're going to be rimming the base. This is like the final step. It's always a good feeling to finish off a base, I find, and it's kind of soothing. So this will usually take about 2 coats to cover up the black. Depending on the color that you're using, it may require more. So we're going to let that layer dry. We're going to return with Steel Legion Drab again, picking up the sides and just making sure that none of the black is showing through. And then once that's done, we're going to seal the base, which I'm not going to show you here because it requires me moving the camera outside. And now we're applying a piece of static grass, and this just gives it a little bit of accenting. It's always good to have the model on hand that you're going to be basing, so that way you can get an idea of where the grass needs to go. Make sure to blow on the bristles to loosen up any of the ones that might come loose over time. And then this is an extra step that you don't have to do unless you really want to, which is just trimming up the grass, making it the desired height. So I'm looking for a Badlands effect here, so grass wouldn't be growing very tall. So here we are, trimming it down, rubbing our fingers over top, making sure it's settled, blowing on it occasionally, and that's it. So we have a nice and easy base all finished up. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe, and we'll see you next week for more Workbench Wednesdays.